remember where it's at. I think it's down here. Okay, yeah. So you're going to go down to your profile on the left menu. And then it's up here in auto posting. And okay, maybe it's not here. Let's see. Well, this is important. So you want to make sure you connect your social media accounts, all of them here.
Let's start because I think we kind of agreed that this meeting we would start from the beginning. I feel like that's an amazing
Okay.
Then I think once we kind of get out of the beginning, that it's like that's when
then it's okay. Yeah. So this get started here on the left is you're just gonna want to go through everything here. And I mean, it's literally click, input. So upload your image, input your information here. And then it's going to take you on to the next step.
Okay.
I mean, like it's really dummy proof, to be honest. Like it's click and input. Sorry, now my dogs are. And so then this is where you'll connect. Hey, hush. This is where you're going to connect all of your social media accounts. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. And then you'll save those.
Okay, this is where I'm stuck. Those two.
Okay. The social media.
Oh, the connect your ad and add
listing. Okay.
And let me just ask real quickly, in order to connect your social media, I mean, some of those, it doesn't really matter, but then you do have to have a Facebook in order to use this program, right?
That's a good question.
Whatever social media you have, it will find it when you go through filling this out. So if you don't have Facebook, but you have LinkedIn, then you can connect your LinkedIn. If you don't have, if you have Instagram or not Facebook, whatever you have and social media, but yes, you do have to have these social media accounts already set up.
Yeah. So if I go here to LinkedIn, we don't have that. I would just have to input her information, her login information, sign in, and then you hit allow, and it links it for you. So then we're automatically linked.
So Christine, did you kind of see that where will it just come up automatically? I connected one of my accounts this way, and it will come up automatically if it's on your computer.
Yeah, so it's called LastPass, and I save all of my passwords in there. So if you have it saved already in your computer, then yeah, the username and password will already come up. Otherwise, you can just enter it in yourself.
And I found, because some things like my Instagram, I only had set up on my phone, because that was kind of before. And so I had to set up some things and then make sure that it was all in my LinkedIn and then make sure it was all connected to my computer. And then I was able to connect them in my computer. But the ones that were like on my phone, hadn't been opened in my computer. And so I had to do that. Right.
So you just have to know your, username and password. It doesn't have to be necessarily already connected on your computer. You just have to know your username and password and be able to input that and then click the allow button.
And I feel like if I was able to open it on my computer, then I could see a little more easily like what was happening with the the post stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't have to like scroll as much and kind of figure that out. So Christine, do you have all that kind of information?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
This is like right about where I dropped off.
Okay.
So the ad account is this for me. It took me a little bit to figure it out. I think it's your Facebook ad account. So you basically just connect your Facebook and it automatically has an ad account selected for you. Stephanie hasn't advertised in Facebook yet. So this is just what Facebook is giving us. Does that make sense?
And do you use a business one or do you use her personal?
Oh, she has a business.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have to have a business page
to do an ad. Yeah.
Some of those things are changing, but you do have to have a business page set up. It doesn't have to be active. It just has to be, that's where your ads are going to be run. It's through your business Facebook business page.
And if you don't have a business page for Instagram, I highly recommend, I mean, it's free, just upgrade to the professional account. Because then that's where you can analyze, or for Instagram, I say that's where you can analyze everything that's happening on your social media. And then it also creates the business account page in Facebook, since Instagram and Facebook are integrated. So you could just do it from Instagram and then it'll automatically create that for you in Facebook.
Christine and Janine, do you both have Facebook and Instagram business pages?
Yeah, I
Yes.
just set it up right now. So that
Okay,
was,
cool. I think I kind of derailed. Well, I had stopped setting up Facebook for a sec because I got a message that the business stuff was going to go away, and then I kind of derailed the meeting with Vincent by asking a lot of questions about that. But he's going to tell us if something changes, what we need to do differently, right, Randy? That was
Yeah.
what my understanding was.
And you will see it here first.
Okay.
They're going to be, there's thousands of people using this. So one, they're in direct relationship and correspondence with Facebook. So if you have never ran a Facebook ad, if you were to go onto Facebook and create an ad, it's a process, and it's a learning process as well. And then once you create the ad, it sits there to get approved. And it has to be the right category, the right wording. And if you're new to this, often it won't get approved. Well, Listing to Leads, because they know what works and what gets approved, and it literally, when you click post to Facebook, your ad's done and approved. And
Yeah.
and that's only because the relationship Listing to Leads has with Facebook. So when things change, rest assured that if you can post in Facebook, they're in front of whatever the new regulations are.
We'll get word, and we'll be able to kind of update probably before it even happens, right?
It will be updated in Listing to Leads first.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So Janine, you just made a Facebook business page?
I did. I already had one, so I connected it.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering, so Randy, I'm always seeing you and Catherine having these ads on LinkedIn. So who put those ads in there? Is that Listing to Leads?
Yeah, and I think that's what Brooke is showing you now is,
Okay.
and we'll go through the auto posting.
So yeah, Brooke, if you don't mind.
Thank you.
I was on mute. I was talking and I was on mute. My dogs are going crazy. The other important thing is just to make sure that your listing, you add your listing. So you can just,
Katie, can you put that listing really quick in from Gina, please?
Yeah, I'll put it in the. Christine, where are you located? Are you, do you want to use one of Gina's too?
Yeah, that would work. I'm in Camas, Southwest Washington, basically.
Okay, awesome. So, I'll put it into chat right now. Hold on. Oops, sorry. That's just, I always hit return. It'll actually, I should have just given you the MS number.
Yeah.
Sorry.
MLS number and the zip code. That's all you need.
And then MLS is 221-50799. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Thank you. So then I came to this page, I had listing manual, grab listing, or import from MLS, and I can just go import from MLS.
Let's do this, if you don't mind. Why don't we just go to your screen and we'll just walk through it with you doing it. You can share your screen too, Janine.
Okay.
And we'll just, I think we'll have to come back to the auto posting and social media, but since we're on this listing, let's do that. So all of you can grab any listing. So one of the things I think would be helpful is just share your listings, with the group as you have listings, and you can put that in WhatsApp or, I think all of us are in WhatsApp. Brooke, are you in our WhatsApp?
I'm not.
I'm gonna add you then.
Okay.
Me too.
You're not in our WhatsApp?
Mm-mm.
What in the world's going
I
on?
double checked this morning. I'm like, where are they?
Okay, so, well, we have two groups, and one is just, you know, so we can ask questions here with the KvCore and the, so the group that's, let me, you guys go ahead and work on that, and I'm gonna add both of you into this group, but
Okay, I'm being really silly. How do I get back to the messaging when I'm on my sharing my screen?
the,
Click on chat.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, there. Sorry. Yeah. Ha.
Melissa's back. We're just we have Janine's up, and she's going to put in
There we go.
Gina's listing right now.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be a distraction.
No,
Not a-
you're
Oh,
you're
no.
okay. I was just letting you know. We're just having Brooke showed us some things, and then now we're having Janine pull up her account, and she's gonna start using Gina's listing.
Okay. So which one did you click, Brooke?
So if you're adding one, I think you should be able to just click grab a listing. If it's not one of your listings, then I think click on that. And then yeah, enter the zip code and the MLS.
So can I ask a question here? Sorry, I don't mean to, but I'm noticing when import listings and grab a listing, did anyone notice it doesn't want to grab? It seems to work from KvCore, and KvCore does not pull up our MLS listings. Does anybody else notice that?
Now, so your KvCore will pull up RMLS listings. It might be, Melissa, that you're connected with KvCore to the Northwest MLS.
Oh, yes.
So you can send support to KvCore and tell them you want to be connected to both.
Perfect. Okay, thank
So
you.
For those of you that, if you're part of two multiples, and I know Stephanie is, right? That you you just have to send support message saying, hey, I want to be connected to both these MLSs.
Okay, okay. I still don't have mine's not still set up from Shannon's team. So I put a message in yesterday. I've waited quite a while, so I'm just working with them on that. Anyway, sorry, thank you.
Okay, so now it can't, so go to cancel. Since
Okay.
you've already entered it, and go to the list, to the listings on the left-hand menu.
That one?
No, all the way over to the left. Yeah, right there.
Brooke, do you mind putting your email address in the chat so I
Yeah,
can?
no problem.
Get,
And it might take a little bit for the listing to pop in there, but this is where it should be displayed if it gets added in.
Okay, there we go. I'm like waiting for something to happen on my screen. I'm like, what's going on here? Okay. There we
And
go.
then, and the other tab, the one that was back, back where we were adding the listings, the one on the far right, I can't remember what it said, but that's where you can put in your MLS ID and import all of your listings.
Okay. The middle one is just the grabbing part. Okay.
Yeah, and then the left one was a manual ad, but that's where you have to, I think, have a ton of information.
Oh, I saw that. That looked terrible.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, I remember it took a while. It was doing this like loading. And then before I knew it, it was done and it had already like posted it for me or something like that. So,
Yeah, like there's 5 of 23 images added. So it does, sometimes it can take 10-20 minutes.
Ooh, okay.
But you can just check back later.
Okay. So right now it's like at 13 out of 23 images. And then once that is up the 20, well, it's going pretty fast. So we'll see it here.
I was going to say, because maybe we could look at somebody else's while it's loading, but if it's quick, then that's.
There, 23 added successfully. And I apologize, you guys, I have to hop off,
Okay.
but I can, if we want to go over the social media stuff next Friday, then I'm happy to
That'd be great.
work on that with you then.
And I can help you too. Before you drop off, Brooke, I wasn't able to add you, but if you click on that link, I think it'll add you can add yourself. And Christine,
Perfect.
you see that in the chat? And
Okay.
then let me know if you have trouble with that, but I think that's an easier way.
Yep, I got it. Perfect. I will get added. Thank you. Bye, guys.
All
Thank
right,
you, Brooke.
thank you. And I'll help you guys connect to the social media, but let's make sure we finish where you guys can see how to grab a listing.
Perfect. So here, your listings were uploaded successfully. Click here to edit. Do I need to edit?
Well, let's go and see what the listing is. Go ahead and click on it.
Right there?
Yeah.
Cause I think you don't want to use all those images, you know, you usually want to pick, I remember, and this is what I did, like you pick like maybe 3 or 4 or something, and then kind of, you know, you'll edit the wording sometimes too.
So
I would-
Randy, why did your
I would-
listings come up?
I would just pick save and add seller.
Which one?
Down
It's-
at the bottom, just click the green button, save and add seller.
Okay.
I'm so glad you said that, Randy, because I did it the hard way. I added my listings, but I did it the hard way. I did it manually. It takes a
Well,
long time.
Yeah, and I think initially when I joined, it didn't, and at the time I had a couple listings and it didn't import them, and I just was impatient, so I did the same thing. But once I think your account's set up, it will automatically grab your listings. But
Okay.
if you do and I did this with Gina's, if you grab the MLS, so let's go to your listings tab on the left-hand side.
That one?
Yeah.
Shall I press like save and start marketing
Yeah,
or not?
save and start marketing, yes.
Do I need to put any like email address in or traffic report?
No.
No? Okay.
You do need to click, you don't need to click one of those choices of, oh, like new listing for sale. You don't have to do that.
Well, go to the listings and see if it does show up here. So I think what's important. Okay, so here's your listing.
Okay.
Oh,
And then click on market listing. And it's going to ask you if this is your listing. Let me see where it says that. Scroll down if you would. See where it says but the screen is small. There's somewhere it says, are you the listing agent?
That was before.
Or
I did
was?
click on that. Mhm.
Okay. So, well, let's start with here. Here's the ad, right? So you can go over, see where it says edit post?
Yes.
Under your
So
name,
if
yeah.
you wanted to change any of this, you can just by editing the post. That's all you have to do. But now I'm not sure where, maybe
What's
go to advanced options. There is a place where it asks you if you're the listing agent.
That was before.
Then let's go back to that page. Because it's important when it's not your listing for you to check that box.
Okay, let's just go right here. So this is just the tab where all the listings will display.
Right.
Like if I have a
Any
listing in
listing that-
Florida, or I have a listing or someone else's listing in California, because I want to help all my sponsors. So that would be
Maybe
all right here.
maybe just click on the listing itself.
Maybe the dots too.
Okay, here it is. See where it says showing agent? I am the showing agent marketing agent. When you click that, it's going to give the listing agent credit. So click on that and save.
Oh,
And then save that.
I don't need to click this one.
What's that one say?
Listing courtesy.
Yeah, click on that. And then go ahead and save that.
Did they
Gina,
change?
then
No, you don't, then put in
Yeah.
what's Gina's last name again?
OFFE.
Okay.
And then just EXP. And that's important when you're using somebody else's listing to make sure that they get the credit for it.
I thought when I did it before, I felt like it imported their information. Did it not?
I don't think it will unless you click that box.
Maybe I did enter it. I can't remember.
And so all of this you can edit, but if you go now to create the ad, you'll see a difference in.
Okay, so now I just imported the listing. I
Yeah.
didn't do any advertisement or anything. Okay.
Right. Now, do
Not
you
yet.
see at the bottom of it, the difference is where it says listing courtesy of at the very bottom? When you go to the text of your ad, the ad is on the right-hand side. with
Under
the-
ad preview.
Mhm. So
Okay.
that's how it's going to post to Facebook. And now
And-
when they click on that, it's going to your website. So it's going to be your lead, but you've complied with the legality of giving the listing agent credit for the lead. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you just want to make sure when you do import somebody else's listing that you,
Did you guys leave 15 or did you change the radius?
I leave it at 15. But you can change that, certainly. You know, and Yakult is a rural area, so you might want to go out a little bit further.
Okay, now I want to create an ad, right?
Okay, but let's wait real quickly. Does everybody kind of know the lifetime budget and all that kind of those pieces?
I'm going to tell you right there, see where it says budget, lifetime budget, and it's auto set to $35. And you can see below it's auto set to run for 7 days.
Do we need to talk about that piece at all? Or can we go forward?
No, you can, if you have
Oh,
questions.
no, I'm just asking if anybody wants to.
Well, I have to assume that means the lifetime budget means they can't use any more than that. And daily budget means a specific amount per day that they want to do for the 7 days, right?
Right. And so Facebook may use more. So if it's 7 days, say $5 a day, and that's really the minimum that Facebook says you need, $5 a day to get any traffic to your ad. They may use $7 or $8 one day, you know, especially at the beginning, and the cost may go down as the ad starts getting traction, but you're budgeting $35 for 7 days. And really Facebook is saying that's really the minimum. You shouldn't use less. You can use more and you can extend the ad for more, but that's auto set to what they feel is the minimum and the best. And in Vincent's training, he says that $35, you will generate leads at $35 a week.
And I think, didn't he also say sometimes it takes like a day or two? I remember sometimes it takes a day or two for it to get approved and get up. So if you're like, you know, just be aware of that when you're starting and ending. Didn't he say something like that?
Typically, if you run ads through listing to leads, your ad is going to get approved very quickly. Sometimes as soon as you click create ad, you're going to get a notice saying your ad's running. And it does have to get approved by Facebook, but again, when it's set up through listing to leads, they're almost automatically approved.
Okay.
And then you'll get a notice that, hey, your ad is running. And then if you've connected your KvCore to your listing to leads, your leads will drop into KvCore.
And that was under the Get Started tab. So maybe should we just go forward here and set this up and then maybe go back and look at that Get Started tab again in a little bit?
Sure.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna do create an ad.
I was gonna say, do you like all the words and the images and everything?
This is just test run. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna go back afterwards and check it out this afternoon.
So this once this is posted, when you come back, it's going to show you analytics down here on how much money you've spent per day and your clicks. See down below here, in the bottom, you see, I think
Right.
it says cost per click,
Oh.
views, and it's
Where's
so
that?
Where's
right
that?
below the picture.
Oh, here.
Oh, yeah.
So is it now up and running?
I think you're going to get a notice when it starts. When it starts running, you're going to get, see how it says 0 of $35 has been spent?
Right.
So once it's running, that's going to be a running total of throughout the day as it starts running its ad, how much they've spent, how much is left.
So tomorrow I should see a number here and numbers here.
Yes.
And I don't need to press anything. It's all set. It's running.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
It's that simple to post an ad to, and you can post this. This is set up for paid advertising, but you can see down here where it says, I want to say if you click on these top tabs, one of them will let you post it to, so see where it's on the picture,
Yeah.
you've got an eye where you get to view the ad.
Do I need to click something? Go to feed?
I would go back. Well, that's going to show you the ad in your news feed. So if you want to look at that.
And
Hmm.
wasn't there,
And then
there
scroll,
was something in,
Ah, there's Mia. Yes.
well, if you scroll down, usually it's a couple in your. Yeah, it's probably just hasn't been posted yet.
Okay,
Can I
okay, but
ask
that's
a question. How
Yeah.
do we get back? How do we get back to being able to see this once we've posted? So if I go into, so I see that it's been done and I see past ads, and I know my ads worked because I got 16 people, but now that I go back into mine to try to look for it,
Mhm.
it's showing 0 and 0 of $35 spent and only one of the listings, but I know they worked.
do you want to
Yeah.
show us that?
yeah.
Who?
Let's look at your screen.
Oh, okay, I'll share. Yeah, just one sec. I'll show you.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and that's what I was kind of thinking. We could share screens and actually like
Yeah, because
troubleshoot each other.
yeah. So, oh wait, where's listing to leads? What is going on here? Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry guys.
That's
So when I go into my listings, this is what I see.
Mhm.
Okay. I gotta move all of you over here. Okay. And so I see this. Now, if I just click on this,
Mhm.
then here's where it comes to, but I've already done it. So where do I go to see the listing that I already did?
What
Yeah,
about
go to your listings again, and
Okay.
you have, it does, let's look at this again because it doesn't show analytics. Where it says 0 views.
Let's see what it says on view. Oh, that's just to look at it. I'm sorry.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay, so what's over here? More options, statistics. Ooh, hey,
Yeah.
answered my own question.
I was gonna say, that was also in when you clicked on the ad, there
Uh-huh.
were 3 tabs above, and one of them was statistics as well.
Okay, so 20 views, 12 leads, and 1 click through.
And then if you want to go, you can click on leads and it will
Okay.
show you on the left-hand side,
Right here.
on the left-hand side in the blue column.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
This, oh, leads here. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay.
There are your leads.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
yeah, don't get too excited, guys. Most of these guys, they're truly, they put in information that's not real. So
And often,
they definitely, I got 2 out of there that are real people. So
yeah, and that's typical of internet
yeah,
leads. Right.
yeah, it is. No, I've done it before when I was with
Yeah.
Ben Kenny. So yeah.
And if
Okay.
you need to click on, and I'm not sure if this shows you, but when they lead comes in, you're going to get an email that says, congratulations, you
Yes.
got a lead. And
Yeah.
in that, if so, it'll say, well, I'm 30 days to 60 days, or I'm 3 months to 6 months out. It'll give you a script
Yep.
to help you with just the conversation for that lead.
Yep. Yes.
So really silly, oops, sorry. So
Well,
all
I'm-
these
I'm-
leads are
yeah,
also in your KvCore?
Yes. And so they're sitting in my KvCore. They go through, because I have multiple listings. So they show which listing they were looking at. They show the time frame that they're interested. There's even one called Just Dreaming. And so I'm not a canned script person. I like scripts. I think they're great if I need them, but I don't feel that a lot of times I do. So I just say, I noticed that you marked Just Dreaming. Let's talk about that. Let's get together, put together a plan for you that works, over time. And so yeah,
I just have a question.
your KvCore. It goes into your KvCore and your listing to leads. So you get 2 emails technically.
Has anybody gotten any actual clients from either one yet? Since we've started on KvCore or listing the leads?
I have 2 real people, but I haven't heard back from them yet, but I'll
Yeah.
stay on top of it.
It's a
And
good
Okay.
question for Gina too, because she had like what 30, 40 leads as well. She had a lot of leads as well.
I haven't yet started listing to leads yet. I haven't conquered that yet. I'm still maneuvering around KvCore, but I've been doing the boosting on KvCore,
Mhm.
and I got 2 solid clients now that are getting pre-approved, and we're getting ready to look at homes. And I don't know, the boosting, I would recommend trying the boosting. I boosted my listings.
Well,
So they-
and I was maybe hoping, maybe on one of our calls, Ruth, you could kind of show us what you're doing on the KvCore lead generator area. Today we were kind of just setting up the listing to leads.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to play around with listing the leads maybe this weekend.
But I was thinking it'd be nice to, have you show us the KvCore lead generator program and what you've been doing at some
Okay.
point too. Would you be interested in that?
Yeah, no, I'm having fun with it. It's been great. I haven't I got another lead. So I got an email from KvCore manager stating that they said, because I just closed in the escrow for one of my listings this week, and they said they did an advertisement showing how I closed a listing and to boost it to show how I've closed listings in that area. So for the heck of it, I figured I've never really posted a closed listing. So I posted it, and I got a new lead, and a listing lead, and I'm meeting with him next week. And I got another lead this morning that I was going to call and see what, whether they want to list or not. But so far so good. And a lot of the leads I've been getting have valid emails and phone numbers. I've maybe gotten 1 or 2 that were invalid. But I've been really enjoying the KvCore so far. But like I said, I want to learn more about the listing to leads as well. I can't do 2 at a time. It's hard for me to do it that way, but
Are there thoughts? Oh, sorry. I thought
Go
you were
ahead.
gonna-
No,
No,
go
you
ahead.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I just wondered if there's any thoughts from anybody on the difference between how they're posted to social media, between listing to leads, Facebook boosting, and KvCore boosting. Because I've done Facebook boosting several times over the last couple of years, and I've gotten a big fat 0.
Mm.
And is that through Facebook itself asking you to boost? Yeah. So this is just my opinion, and I've used, I think, all 3. KvCore, it's the same. It's really the same. When KvCore says, "Hey, I see your listing. Let's boost it." It's done for you, right? Everything's done for you. I think dollar spent you're going to probably get more. It's really the same, except I think KvCore, their admin costs, what they take to do that boost versus dollar spent, listing to leads is probably going to get you more leads. But I think they're similar leads because it's a boost on your Facebook page, and they're
Yeah.
getting pretty much the same ad.
So
I
just
see,
also
I see way more with leads to with listing to leads, way more.
Yeah, listing to leads, and the reason I've wanted to add this is I believe that for marketing purposes, listing to leads is a better avenue for you. KvCore is better for your autoresponders, your alerts, your market reports. And then if you can look at KvCore as your management of your leads and how to stay in touch with them, you want to set up alerts. And I certainly would recommend some kind of a drip campaign if you haven't been able to get a hold of them, where you're sending them market reports, you're sending them listings automatically. It's this you going and staying in front of them. Listing to leads is more, one, you can do those PDF, which are marketing lead generation tools as well, but your listings and using other people's listings, I think for the bang for the buck and the ease of it is you would want to use listing to leads. That's what I've found.
And
Well,
I
in KvCore, can you use someone else's listings, or is that only, that's why with the listing to leads, you can, if you don't have any listings, then you can use other people's listings, which is the advantage of.
Yes, you can. This is way easier to use, right? Because all you need is permission, their MLS and their zip code. Boom, you make one click, gives them credit. KvCore, you have to solicit the listing, and then honestly, I'm not sure how you'd have to manually set the listing up, I believe. What KvCore is really good at is promoting, getting you to use their system, because they automatically, anytime something's changed, where it's a new listing, it's a pending, or it's a sold, they're going to say, hey, congratulations, you should boost this, right? You just click boost and it's run for you. But if you use, I think this is a better lead generation, doing it through listing to leads. But in saying that, there are agents who've made their whole marketing and their business through Make It Rain, which is really listing to leads platform inside KvCore. It's just, it costs you more because KvCore is taking more. If you spend $50 in KvCore boosting a post or Make It Rain, their admin costs, what they charge per lead, is going to be more expensive. So your lead cost per lead will be more expensive in KvCore.
Can I also just show you guys really quickly, when you click on social media posts, this automatically pulls up. And when I went into listing to leads and changed the price of my house, this is the one that pulled up for me and it was ready to go. And this is just a social media post that costs you nothing. So this is super helpful.
And that's automatic, right?
Yeah, you have to post it. You can edit it here, but it doesn't automatically just go out. But if you come down to here, you can post now and it's ready to go. So when I came in last week and did the price reduction, this automatically, when I went into social media posts, this was already there for me. So whatever you've just most recently done with it, if it's a new listing, it's going to say just listed. And so it's really helpful. And this is, I think by far, this is absolutely the best way to post our new listings than I've ever used before, because it's exactly what we have. It's got all the hashtags. It's ready to go. And all we have to do is push post now.
And up at the top, it looks like there's different tabs for the different social media. So do you post in
what they look like?
Okay.
Yep. And you do have to do each of those individually.
Okay. Does that's okay. So once you have a listing, it'll give you this page with all of these things on the side, and then you can kind of go through and figure out what tools you want to use with that listing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And just on this note, so Janine, you could right now go post just
I just did.
Okay. And here's just a note, and just as more of a branding, but if you go to edit post, you can change the hashtags if you want to.
Mhm. Why would we want to? I'm just curious. Do you mean to our own, like, the hashtags are probably the most foreign language on the planet to me.
Yeah, and it's just a way, if people are searching, some people search and those hashtags will come up. So if they search for EXP listings, say, let's see what the hashtag is for this one. So they can, these are just search tools.
So why does this one on Twitter, it has no hashtags?
Well, maybe Twitter doesn't use hashtags, possibly.
I thought that's what Twitter was all
Oh,
about.
you know
Am
what?
I wrong?
I think it is. I don't
Yeah.
know that answer, because you're right. I think they do as well. I don't know why.
And these might be great questions. A couple, I've been thinking about some of these higher level questions might be good for Vincent. Like, I really want to understand exactly what, I want to know kind of like what the background, like what exactly is that $35 doing versus like 40, 50, 60. I'd kind of like to, I've asked that question before, but I think I could probably figure out a way to ask it better to really understand what's happening on the back end,
Yeah, and I'll share a little bit of what I know, but just their support is very responsive and very, very helpful. I could not figure out how to get my retargeting set up. So when you run ads, it's just like, when you look at something and then you look at going on vacation and then that keeps popping up in your news feed. Well, when you retarget, you can retarget to everybody that's been to your website or everybody that's clicked on your ad. You're going to stay in front of them by retargeting. And so that's part of your setup. I couldn't figure out how to get mine set up. And literally this listening to lead support staff, I just gave them my Facebook password and login. They did it for me. And so if you have any questions at all, I would really recommend on the left-hand side here is a support. And if you just scroll, I think to the bottom, there is support.
All right, guys, I need to run. Thank you so much.
Did we get done what you needed to, Janine?
Yes, absolutely. Love it.
You're all
Okay.
set up on social media?
What was that?
You're set up on your social media?
Yes, I am. Everything's set up. Everything's a green check mark and the ad is running.
Nice.
Good.
Christine, how are you doing? Do we want to look at your account?
I can't because I can't get in yet. I haven't tried today. It should be in any day now.
Now, that's for listening to leads or KvCore?
Anything. Anything. I was locked out.
And that's because you were locked out of the RML, or because you didn't.
No, I'm on the RMLS. I got locked out at EXP.
And who are you talking to get help with that?
I took the class through, oh, now I'm blanking.
Your ethics class.
NAR,
Yeah.
NAR.
Mhm.
And I took the ethics course and it got, I passed it and everything. And that was last Wednesday or Thursday.
Mhm.
So I'm just waiting for EXP. I'm not talking to anybody. Should I be?
Yeah, I would certainly be telling the state broker that you're.
State broker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you get into the world?
No, I can't get into anything.
Yeah, I would.
I was locked out at EXP
Aw.
because the problem is they put me down as a brand new broker.
Yeah.
So they said I had to do the brand new broker code of ethics, but it actually wasn't. It was a 3-year update.
Make sure when you talk to them, let them know that you need to make sure you're not in a mentor program because they thought I was a new agent. They put me in a mentor program too. So make sure that when you talk to them, you let them know that you don't need a mentor program.
Well, I'm already in one. I'm in Randy's.
And I think the difference of that, and this is off topic, but you have to have done 3 deals within your last 12 months. That's kind of their requirement. You can get that waived if there's, say you did 10 deals, but it was 18 months. The state broker can waive that, but their pretty hard line is Washington is much more stringent. There's Washington, North Carolina, that's very stringent on being managed new agents. And so anyways, I think that's the reason Christine is she hadn't did 3 in 12 months.
Oh,
But
okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay, but I'll send you an email so you can email the state broker and
Yeah, that would be great. Because now that this is all fresh in my mind, I'd love to jump in.
yeah.
This
Do we
is
have-
helpful. I'm glad we're doing this. Thank you
Yeah.
guys.
Good.
Yeah,
Is
it feels
there-
like just some troubleshooting, looking at actual accounts and things is a good,
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
helpful.
I'm actually, you're right, though. I'd like to find out if Gina with those 40, if she's gotten anybody out of it. I think if I stay on top of a couple of them, I could stay connected. And I know Connie's working with them too. She is following up if we talk to her and let her know which ones are working. So
Yeah,
I think there's a couple that may work, and I'm fine with that. I'll spend the $70 if I get, you know what I mean? I won't continue to if I don't, but I'll sure try it.
Well, and I think the mindset of internet leads certainly is that, one, it's a way to fill your pipeline. Very seldom it will happen, but very seldom are those ready right now.
Yeah.
But they're people to nurture, and the more people you put in your pipeline, 3, 6 months, a year from now, you're going to have quite a few leads. And that's
Yeah.
why you want to stay in front of them with your drip campaign, your market reports, sending them alerts. I'll get people that have never responded to anything, and then all of a sudden say, well, this isn't the area that I'm looking in, right? That's a beautiful response, because now you've got a conversation, right?
Totally.
But that wouldn't happen if I didn't set up alerts and send them homes, right? And a lot of times you don't know what price range they're in. So
Yeah.
I'll set their alerts up in KvCore based on the ad I just ran. So if it's a $700,000 ad they clicked on, they're going to see $700,000 homes in that area. But if they go to the website and start searching for other areas, KvCore will learn that and start sending them homes in that area. But that'll only happen if you're sending them alerts, right? And making
Mhm.
sure
Yeah.
in front of them. And really, the mindset is for every 100 leads, you over time, you're going to get at least one buyer.
Mhm.
So, you think, how much does it cost to get 100 leads? The cost typically is a buyer's leads $4 to $5, right? So for $500, you should get a sale. Now, are you going to get the sale now? Probably not. But if you stay in front of them over time, and then if you run those numbers, one sale, 100 leads. So you go through 80 that are not doing anything, 10 that are looking down the road, one that's, okay, now I am ready.
Mhm.
Those numbers certainly work, but it's just a way, right? It's amongst all the other ways you're getting out and talking to people. And it's just a way to kind of fill the pipeline.
Yeah.
And if they're already in your database and you're
Yep.
just sending regular newsletters, and then maybe, yeah, like you said, like do campaigns for certain, if you're flagging people or if you're doing, putting them in different categories, like kind of non-active or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, and then you kind of send special things to what I mean? It's not like any extra work really, if they're just in your database and you're just already sending these things, right?
Katie, how to set up alerts and market reports for them?
I haven't done it yet, but I'm still kind of like, see, I'm moving slowly again. I was kind of moving quickly, and then now I'm like, okay, I'm just in a place where I'm just kind of learning and deciding exactly what my next moves are. But I want to really, I do.
I don't know how to do it either.
I'll show you guys if you want. I'll
Yes.
show you how to set up a listing alert and a market report. Just take 10 minutes.
That'd be
Yeah.
great. I gotta plug my computer in, and I do have a snoring bulldog on my lap, so that's what that sound is.
Well, we might go out at any time.
But leads that come in through listing to leads, just know that Cardinal Financial will be trying to help you, and they're doing their best to pre-approve them for you. Okay, so let me just take, as a lead comes in, 2 things to do to be able to set up alerts. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
So when a lead comes in, you'll click on alerts,
Mhm.
and then you can set this up. Now, if they've went to your website and they've searched just from your listing, just from your ad, this may already be set up just automatically based on what they looked at, right? but you can come in here, and if it's a lead that you brought in, you'll go to settings, and then this page will come up, and you can set the area that you want them to see homes in. If it's a lead that I don't know what they're looking for, and maybe I've talked to this person, I don't know, but you can put in here high schools, you can put in zip codes, you can put in any search criteria that's in the multiple listing, you can put here. So just know that when you type it in, it will have to come down here. You'll have to select it here first, or else it won't show, right? So you can see I just added this. So just make sure when you put it here that it does come down here and you've selected it, and it shows down in this box. You can also draw a map on where you'd like those homes to be sent. And then the next thing is listing type. So if you want single family, condos, townhomes, whatever, you can select here. Just by clicking in the box, it'll drop down. And you can select more than one. I would suggest that, especially if they're looking at vacant land, or they're looking at two separate maybe areas or two separate types of homes, that you would set up a second alert that's separate, so it doesn't get confusing to them.
That's an excellent way to do these leads. It's an excellent way to call them and say, hey, I'd like to set up alerts for you so that you by yourself can view properties that are of interest to you without me bugging you. It's a great way to connect with them on that.
Absolutely. And it's a great way to, and I'll just, so then you set the price range, the criteria, and just a word of caution, especially when it's somebody that you still haven't connected with. I leave this broader. The more narrow is the fewer listings that will get sent to them. But at the same time, you want to be somewhere in the market of the lead, the ad, but you can change any of this. And then you will scroll down. I would not use keywords, because KvCore is set up for every multiple throughout the United States, and not everybody uses the same keywords. So if you put a keyword in here, like sometimes, here's ones that are pre-populated. I would be hesitant to use these, because I think what happens is you're going to start missing leads. If you have somebody that's really specific in what they want to look at, I would use your multiple, how you can set up prospecting, and I'll show you how to do that maybe on a different call. But this is a way for leads that you just want to stay in front of. How often do you want to send them a lead? You can send it to them immediately as it comes on. So the KvCore continually scrapes a multiple listing, right, as leads come in. And as soon as they come in to one email daily, this guy's set up on twice a week, you get to select that. If they have a spouse or friend that wants to look with them, you can add their email here. And then you can update the alert, which will just update whatever you set up. And then the next time it's set up to send emails, it will go out. If you click that save and send, it's going to send these to them immediately.
That's great. So I have a couple clients that are really active, and I did set them up through RMLS searches because it's pretty specific. But for like, I haven't gotten a lot of leads from listing leads, but I've definitely have some Zillow leads that like they're in my database, and I could set them up like this.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, one of my questions maybe just overall is a couple of my friends who are realtors have said, like you've said too, you get these, you have these like leads that come in and you don't hear from them for like months, a year. And then suddenly they're like, oh, I need a realtor. And then they reach right out to you. Right. And so that's
that will happen.
Okay. That's kind of what we're
Absolutely.
doing is like building that, like you said, that pipeline. And it's not like, oh my God, they didn't answer me. Cause that's what I'm having a lot of right now, where it's like, oh no, they didn't answer me, whatever, and I'm like, that's okay. If I just keep being like chill, probably in like 6 months or maybe in a year. Some of them said like, I want to look next year, but some of them just don't even answer me. They're really like interested, and suddenly I don't hear from them. And I'm like, I don't think they're ghosting me. I think they're just living their lives. Don't make it about me. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think the main idea is to get your name in front of them. So then when they think about real estate, they think about you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So is there a benefit to doing this over sending RMLS reports? Is it because we're able to see track what they're looking at?
I think a couple things. One, if you look at from the RMLS, it comes out with, hey, here's some homes that meet your criteria, so whatever that says, and it's a link to click on, right? So this email is, well, this. I don't want to do that. I think these are more professional on what the email looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, the RMLS ones are kind of ugly.
This is
They
much
are.
more professional. And here's another benefit. When you put it in here, it gives you a running history of what you sent them. And if it's an email, it'll show if they've opened it. And it shows you what they've looked at. So say this person has looked at this. It shows they looked at this on their desktop 14 hours ago. So you can call them, you could text them or email them right from here. And you could just send them a text. Now, if you send them a text, just remember it's going to show from the number, the EXP number that is over here.
Yeah.
But you can text it on your phone. The beauty of texting from here is this is the picture of the listing. So you can change this, but you could say, hey, I just saw this listing. I think it might be interest to you, or anything. You could say, you know, hey, I noticed you're looking at this listing in this area. Is this something that is meeting your criteria? Would you like me to make any changes? Is this the right price? Anything that will just get a conversation started.
What happens if they've given you a bunk phone number? It won't get to them, will it?
It won't, no.
Okay.
It will tell you if their email is bad, or if you text them and it's the wrong number, it will just take them out of the.
But what's giving us an understanding that they're actually looking at this? Is it their email?
This is email, yes.
Okay, so emails, you know, that's a positive way that they'll be able to see it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you can see if they open the email.
Right.
That's the thing. So I just sent a newsletter, you know, like a week and a half ago, and I should go back and see who opened it, right?
You can.
Did you do it through this?
Yeah, my sister helped me. I set up a really ugly one, and then she went in on our webpage. We made a little thing called like TSG tidbits, and, you know, I'm putting like dog costumes and recipes and like market information. I didn't do that much real estate stuff, which I realized was a bad idea. I did do like, you know, our clients, you know, anyways, the point is, she went in and was able to connect to the posts that I have on our website and made it really cute. But then I was wondering, I was like, who's even reading this? And so I can go back and now look at that, right?
I think you can. But you certainly, once you set up alerts, it's going to give you a real, so this guy looked an hour ago. It's going to give you real time who's active on your website.
That's great.
And
That's great.
I think they're much more professional than from the RMLS. I do use the RMLS if they're looking at something very specific, because you can drill it down and it's specific to that RMLS. So one more thing that I think is important for just general internet leads where you haven't really built a relationship yet is, one, get them on an alert so you're in front of them. But you can also go over here to market reports. So I don't even have this guy on one. So I'll show you how to do that. So location, and this guy's in Portland. So you can set. And then a market report, you can set how often they're going to get this market report. So every 7 days, he's going to get a market report that shows your information coming from you. And this is just what's going on in the market.
Can you wait? Was that just so when you're on the client's page, the market report is just over to the right?
Where it'll say actually market report.
Okay, cool.
You can change that. And here's what the report looks like.
Do you need to have them in any specific campaign to do that, or can you do that separate of campaigns?
You can do that. You can do that separately.
Cool. Oh gosh, Randy, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And where are the market reports coming from?
The MLS.
The MLS. Okay, cool. I just
So
don't
here's,
even know in some of this information. And so I haven't set anything up like this because I'm like, I gotta know the back. I want to just, yeah.
so here's it. This is the MLS. So here's what the market report looks like.
Okay.
And then,
That's cool.
and this is your, so if they click on anything here, it's going to be from your website. And it encourages them to do their own search.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, then KvCore will recognize that and start sending them homes in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have is there a place that, will it just send this, or is there a place to personalize that with a message that says, hey, I want you to be in the know about the market? Or because I'm wondering, this is something you might be interested to do for everybody in your database.
Yeah.
I think that's these guys are also really, really good with support. So if you click that button, send us a message, and just when you type a message, they're going to give you like reports, automatic help guides.
Yeah.
And and when you do that, I always just wait for a live person, and they're really, really helpful.
Okay.
So that would be, I would ask them that question. But again, any questions you have with listing to leads or KvCore, I've found their support to be really helpful.
And that's a good thought, Melissa, because I've been thinking about trying to add a post on my website, but what's the point of doing that? I might as well just send it automatically,
Yeah.
not having to
Or
constantly
even
think about
or
it.
even prospects as opposed to your sphere. You know what I mean? Maybe not your sphere, but maybe prospects.
Yeah, exactly. Because maybe my sister's friend's uncle doesn't need the market report right now. He needs a picture of my dogs in costumes. But yeah, totally. I got it. Yeah. Like people that are kind of more like actually looking at real estate. But then once somebody does reach out and want more information, then you can start adding them to those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Kate or Janine sends her newsletter out through KvCore. And so if you want help or ideas on how to send your newsletter out through KvCore, I know Janine can help you with that.
I was thinking that would be a topic, I need to send I'm sorry, I'm low energy today. I just have had a weird week, but I was thinking we'll send that, I'll get back on track and send that little survey, and then we'll kind of come up with all those topics. But I think that definitely like newsletters through KvCore is a good one, because I think everybody would like to see how you set it up. And once again, I set up a really bad one. My sister, who's like pretty techie, went in and she was like, click, 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 and made it look really nice.
No, that's not my strength at all. That's where I would, if I had someone helping me, I'd rather have them helping me with that than my paperwork any day, because paperwork's nothing to me.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking another topic could be like, let's talk about support, because I thought about what if I created a position that was, doing my social media and lead generation. And then, I don't know what you think about this, Randy, but like, what if part of it was that they get a percentage of every lead they bring in or something like that? You know what I mean?
You have to be careful because you can't pay somebody directly from percentage of sales.
Yeah.
Okay. If they're not licensed. Okay, cool.
But
like,
you could not make your employment criteria based on that, but you certainly can give bonuses.
I was gonna say I could give a bonus. I could still have them be paid hourly and then give them a bonus if they for every lead. And I was thinking in a certain like criteria of how they get that lead, that like it pays, I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to think of how, because there's so much, and I know it will be useful, but I can't really keep up on all of it with some of the things I have going on. I know we all have different lives. And so I was like, how can I get this going in a different way? So anyways, that was another topic I thought about, is like, what are support methods that people are using, And so then having Brooke on as Stephanie's sister was interesting, because I was like already thinking about that as a topic,
Yeah. And a lot of people use VAs, and Janine does. So we were going to have Janine's VA on a call, but she's in the Philippines, and, connectivity and time, she couldn't connect on the day we were going to have her on. But one more thing, since we're in KvCore, is if you have imported a bunch of leads, if you go down to business analytics here, I think there is a way for you to see who is not set up on alerts, no search alerts. So you can click on that, and all of these people, and I have a lot of real estate agents just from recruiting that, you know, will never be on search alerts, but it's a way for you to go through here and see who does not have a search alert that you could go through and add.
Just add one. Okay. I mean, you mentioned another thing. A topic was how we organize our leads and stuff. You know what I mean? Like how, because we had a conversation about how you put the status down, how you put your partners in and things like that. And just even organizing your KvCore might be a good, just like conversation piece. And
I've found that really is specific just to how your mind works. It has to make sense to you.
Yeah. I think that maybe people don't even know, it kind of gets overwhelming. So then people just don't use it at all. Whereas if maybe we gave a couple examples of how people use the organizational process, it might help. I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah. Any more questions on that KvCore for search alerts or market report?
No, but that's cool. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. Very.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my day today, is going through my database and getting people where they belong, because when I imported them, they all imported into one area.
Yeah. Now, one thing you could do, and I would ask KvCore, you might be able to delete them all out and then ask KvCore how to set them up. Say, hey, I want these group into different groups, and KvCore will help you do that. So
I think I won't touch it, because if Shannon's team is still working on getting it configured, I don't want to mess with anything right now. So I'm just going in individually and changing them as I.
Yeah.
I noticed when you import, they do add an automatic hashtag of like the date that they imported, because I've imported a couple times, and I thought, remember that it could be helpful if I did something that I didn't like, I could at least search them by that import date, or not tag, not hashtag, sorry, tag. They're tagged as that day that they're imported.
Yeah, mine all came in at the same time, so it's it's a pretty big, easy mess.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You're so welcome. We'll just keep going just to get you guys' questions answered. And anything else before we leave? Do you have questions on? Christine, did you happen to click on that WhatsApp to add yourself to the WhatsApp?
No, I can't do multiple things at once.
It's in the chat. So when
I got it. I wrote it down.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I got it.
Good. Okay. All right,
Thanks,
you guys.
Have a good weekend.
Have a great
Bye,
week.
you guys. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Bye.